must have gotten a few insights on how to do your business, and of course how to be able to run a few profits here and there. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to present to you Philip Ngunjiri. It's a great pleasure.
Thank you,
Karibu sana.
sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah, asante.
Right.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Yes.
asante.
And again, I mean, thank you for honoring this invite.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, not every other person, you know, will get to do this.
Sure,
And of course, most specifically, most importantly, on short notice.
sure.
But I am so happy to have you here today, bro. And I believe our viewers will be, of course, very much willing to get to receive all these insights that you have in store for us today.
Sure.
And of course, without doing much, Maze, I don't know. I happened to meet you like a few months ago, and I
Sure.
don't know what took me, you know, by surprise is your dedication, right, and your self drive.
Mhm.
But all the same, before we even get to talk about all these things that you have hidden under your coat,
Sure.
I believe it's only fair that we get to understand and know who Philip is, right?
Yeah.
Maybe, I mean, in a nutshell, in a few seconds or a few
Yeah.
minutes, you can take us back.
Uh-huh.
That you know, you can take us back and take us through the history right at the beginning, and let us know who is Philip, right?
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Philip Masharia, born and raised in Laikipia County, to be specific, in Nyahururu. I'm a teacher by profession. I'm a businessman, and I take some few businesses here in town, and I'm grateful having Gardner be my friend for a while. We've worked with him, and I'm grateful for this invitation. I don't take it for granted. I'm so grateful.
Yes.
Grateful, sir.
Same here. I don't know. I hope you get to understand how grateful I am.
Yeah.
Most probably by the end of this show.
Sure.
But again, thank you for sharing that wonderful story about your personal story
Welcome.
and the journey as well.
Sure.
And of course, with all that having been mentioned, I think it's only fair for us to also get to understand. You know, you mentioned things to do with entrepreneurship, you know, business. You run a few businesses, right? And on top of that as well, you are still locked into your profession,
Sure.
right? And before we even get to know how you maneuver to do that and how you get to do all this, you know, by design, it is only fair that we also get to know, like, how has your background or upbringing influenced the way you know approach challenges, right? And I mean the way you make decisions in life, and I mean overall the way you get to tackle issues here and there in life.
Yeah. Okay. One of the things that I can say, I'm born like any other young man outside there. Secondly, I was raised by my beloved parents, my father John Kingori Mohota and my mother Rebecca Wamoyo in Karatina. That's where I was born. And I faced the same challenges boys face during childhood. And I thank God because through school and through mentorship, through church activities and church programs, they mentored and they made me who I am today. I'm so grateful. But it was a normal upbringing like for the rest. There is no any mysterious upbringing. Yeah, it was still the same, like for the other men. But I thank God, God gave me a star and gave me a platform. And he saw it fit for me to shine. Yeah, that's all I can say about my background.
A background and
Just a
upbringing,
nutshell.
right? Yeah, I mean, we thank God. I mean, judging from what you have said, I mean, first of all, let me appreciate Mr. Kingori
Yes.
Mohota, you
Yeah.
know, for bringing up such an amazing gentleman, you know, and I know you have had huge impact, you know, in the field of education, in the field of business as well.
Sure.
And you still have more that has been destined for you.
Sure.
Right? And I can tell that you grew up in a homestead that was full of love, you know.
Sure.
And, you know, of course, we are just approaching the month of love, which we should be, of course, having a small discussion about that later in this very, very segment of the day. But before we even get to do that, I don't know, maybe when you were growing up, you know, apart from, I mean, aside from your parents, Mr. Kingori, you know, Mohota, and your mom as well, loving mom, is there any other person who might have inspired you, you know, to become who you are today, you know, as fate would have it, right?
Okay. One, I want to thank the community that I grew from, and I'm so grateful because the community was so willing to see me grow, to see me realize my dream. And I don't thank God because when I was in high school, actually I schooled in Rumo High School. While I was in Form 3, there was a challenge in raising my school fees. And there was a time well-wisher came along my way, and they supported me financially. And I thank God I was able to maneuver through the financial constraints that I had, maybe had issues with my life, academic life. And I thank God wherever I am today because of such.
Right.
Yeah.
And we thank God. I know. I mean, I would have never imagined that you might have, you know, gone through some hardships, right? During, you know, your early stages of life. And we really thank God, right, for being very gracious and just allowing you to go through all these stages of life gracefully. And of course, in connection to that, I don't know, you've mentioned a number of challenges, right? And again, we really do appreciate this well-wisher who saw it fit to allow a young man with a vision to change the world to go to school and, you know, just get, you know, some education for the same purpose. I don't know, whenever you are faced with challenges, you know, because I believe that must have been a huge challenge that, of course, defines who you are at the moment, right? There has to be something that you do, right? To persevere and go through these challenges, right? What is that one secret that you normally, you know?
Okay, one of the things I can term as one of my backbone strength is whenever I face a challenge, I usually come to God. And once I tell or I share that story with God, it is usually half solved. Then I want to thank my parents. I want to thank my friends whom I was raised with, because they taught me to be strong. They taught me to be a strong man.
Right.
And by teaching me to become so strong, I'm able now to maneuver through challenges and see myself walk and come out of the challenges and see that even if the challenge was there, they gave me moral support. Some of them gave me advice. Some of them they came in for me financially, and I think they helped me out of the challenges.
Yes.
And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful.
Yes. I mean, such is life, you know, and we normally say life has no meaning without some of these challenges, right? And I believe that has to be one of the main reasons as to why I decided to come up with this a very particular show as a show host. And what I always believe is that we grow by doing what? By connecting and holding each other's hands, right? That is why a few, I mean, I can just summarize, you know, the purpose of my show in 3 words, right? We inspire, we connect, and we grow together. Right?
That's great.
So we inspire, we connect, and we grow together in simple terms. So I don't know. You are not that old, you know. You seem to be a very young, energetic man.
Sure.
And I'm just curious, a little bit curious, you know. is there one thing, when we look back, I mean, you stood the test of time as a young man, right? And of course, you're still a young man,
Sure.
right? But is there that one thing which, when you always look back, you feel like you would have done better, or maybe you would have advised yourself better?
Actually, that took me back to days when I was in high school.
Right.
I want to thank God. First, I was a school captain, and if my memory can serve me right,
Okay.
If I took a lot of time
Right.
in studies, maybe I would have been a better person than I am right now. But I don't regret either, because God, this is the path He had chosen for me, and I'm very grateful.
Right.
I'm making something, and I'm passionate about what I do,
Right.
and I'm so grateful.
Right.
But one of the things that I thought I could have done in life was out of what I'm doing right now. But I don't regret, because sometimes problems comes, and when they come, you don't have something else to say. You don't have something else to do.
Of course.
You just accept and you maneuver.
Yeah, you of course, it's what we call facing challenges
Sure.
boldly, right?
Yeah.
If you complain, then a life knocks you down all the way down, right?
True.
And I don't know. So sometimes we always measure on the few setbacks, that we have had, and we forget, to celebrate, most of these achievements, and which I always feel like it's a milestone for every other person out there. Be it, you could be a young boy in primary school, right? Grade 6, 7, 5. You could be a young man, in campus, first year, third year, fourth year, all the same.
Yeah.
It is always good, to put these two pictures, all right, or these two scenarios in one equal level. So what am I trying to say by that? Do you feel like there is one achievement in life that you have ever accomplished and always goes, unmentioned, or you have never, gotten to appreciate this achievement, or given it the appreciation it deserves?
Yeah.
Right.
Acha kwanza tu niseme hivi. One of the things that have made me feel great in this life, God gave me a heart full of hunger for His work, and God gave me a heart that loves Him so much. One of the things that I celebrate in my life is knowing Him, and the moment I saw God giving me such a platform, and He made me come closer to Him. That is one of the things that I appreciate so much, and I've never regretted knowing Christ. And I thank God, because He has preserved my life, has preserved my youth, and even preserved whatever has been or whatever I've gained all along with life. Then another issue, I've seen I can celebrate, or I can always enjoy, or can look back and say, enyewe manze hapa
this is a bonus.
I made it. So one of the things I did, ninakuanga na hata ambao haibebi vitu, like I take life so easy. Hiyo inafanya even if things come so tough, zinakuja tu zikiwa zimeslide, then I'm able to unatoa hiyo dust, then I'm able to move on with life. Na hiyo kitu na inanisaidia sana.
You shake the dust and you move on, right?
Yeah, and I'm able to move on. That is one of the things that I can say I've achieved.
Right.
Then I've made academic progress in my life, and the spiritual nourishment in my life has been one of my backbone, and has made me be able to make some few strides in life.
Right.
And I'm so grateful.
Wow. Beautiful story, bro. I don't know, you mentioned something to do with God, being at the center of it all.
Yeah, sure.
And maybe some of the viewers out there could be very curious. Are you in ministry? Do you serve? Do you Is there a particular church that you attend, right? Who's your local pastor, right?
Wow.
You have viewers at home watching, right?
Yeah, sure.
This is the platform, bro. Go ahead.
I have a church, actually a fellowship with Kingdom Seekers Fellowship.
Okay.
That's the umbrella of the church. I know you know it. Right. It's led by Apostle John Kemani Williams.
JK.
Yes, and he has mentored me spiritually, and it has been a great journey. Then where I fellowship in church back in Nyandarua, in a place called Machinery, KSF Machinery, led by Pastor Karaoke, and it has been a wonderful journey. When I was teaching there, that's where I began attending that church. And I've loved something you said, at the center of it all. That's my ringtone. And at the center of it all.
Simu iko silent.
Yeah.
Mtu anaweza piga nisikie.
Akipiga tu nasikia the same ringtone.
Yeah. But all the same, I mean, I feel like we always need to, of course, give credit where it is due, right?
Sure.
And sometimes, you know, you might reach a point in life and you ask yourself many questions, all right? And sometimes, you know, life might seem to be moving on smoothly, and that you even forget that there is, you know, a supernatural being that exists, you know?
Yeah.
And many things that get to happen out here are unexplainable, you know? Yeah, and you can only attribute them to what? A supernatural being, right? So I don't know, you've mentioned about having academic progress, and I know this great academic progress might have led you into your world of teaching. I believe this should be your career, right? I don't know, have you ever had any surprising, you know, career moment before you joined, you know, the profession, or before or after you joined? Is there, you know, like that moment of brilliance, you know? It's just like a surprise moment.
Of course, in life, or in my A level, my O level, and in the tertiary, in the campus where I was in Kikuyu campus here in Ogoto. Maybe in all the levels, I think maybe high school I had a brilliant moment, and even in after campus when we graduated, it was a surprising. It was a surprising moment, and I'm so grateful.
Right. Well, we thank God. We thank God for that, right?
Sure.
And I don't know if at all you would want to leave a legacy from where you're seated, you know? Before we even get to the entrepreneurial bit, you know? Yeah, we are just getting started.
Sure.
Before we even get to do that, teremusha kidogo kajus, right?
Ndoyo.
One more time, ladies and gentlemen, we are right here at Brimac Hotel alongside Eastern Bypass. I tell you, they have a number of great services being offered right here. Just from the beginning of the show, I believe you had a chance to see, you know, a wonderful display of all these services that they get to offer. So make time and I just drop by. I'm sure you are going to love it. And of course, in the meantime, I should be getting back to our super guest, and we should be getting to hear about his vision and impact. And in that same spirit of vision and impact, what legacy do you hope to leave behind? And I don't know, how are you working towards it now?
Wow. One of the things I enjoy right now is that God has given me a platform. I'm enjoying my economic freedom and my political freedom. So one of the things that I am aspiring, or I'm trusting God to have achieved before maybe curtains fall. One of the things that I truly believe in God, I want to open up a school. I want to start a school.
Okay.
I really want to see these guys.
Yes.
Watoe tu ujinga.
Ujinga.
Actually, as a teacher, this has been my profession. I want to see these kids being mentored. I want to see these kids having the best of education. And I'm loving the CBC thing because I want to see these kids get their hands-on skills. and that is my vision. And I'm trusting God it will gonna come true. Then another thing that I'm trusting God for, one of these days, I'm trusting God I'm going to go into full-time ministry, because I really love serving in church. I've been serving as a praise and worshiper, and a youth chairman. So I'm trusting God that I'll continue serving as I serve my community.
Yeah, we thank God.
That's my ambition.
We thank God.
Yeah, I'm trusting God.
Then a quick icebreaker. Mtumishi anaweza kuwa ako soko ama ama to all the single ladies out here, they will want to know. Wajue kama there's light at the end of the tunnel. This is yes.
Imekuwa moto kidogo.
Imekuwa moto. Umesema kuna dust kila mahali.
That for now it's private.
No problem.
Lakini it's yet to be made public.
Yeah. We totally get it, and we understand you, and trust me, you have all our support. And when I say all our support, all of our support, I mean Gardner OAT right here, together with the millions of viewers who will be going to watch this, very particular segment of this very particular talk show. Right? And I believe every other thing is possible. Right? You mentioned something to do with owning a school. Right? And I mean, mine is to just keep on reminding you. And every other thing is possible, right? With God in the picture, a clear, set of goals, right? Every other thing is possible, right? Yes, and that is why I believe this one should lead us to the next question. I don't know. There's somebody out there who feels like for them to be successful, and then they need to do what? They need to have, a live talk show like Super MC Gardner OAT here, or they feel like they need to own a school, right? Like somebody out there, or they feel like, they just need to do some heavy accomplishment. I mean, maybe we can hear your thought. I mean, how do you get to define success? What is success to you?
One, success is has a lot of meaning to people.
Right.
It all depends with whatever you achieve in life.
Right.
But one of the things I consider, or I thought it is a success back then, but right now, to me, success is something different.
Right.
Success is defeating your ambitions. It's defeating your aspirations.
Rudia. Hiyo kuna mtu hajasikia. Success is,
we mean success
is defeating
your ambitions
and your
aspirations. And more so, to be so specific.
Right. Yes. Wow.
Ukiweza tu, like, you are able to fight your dreams.
Right.
Unaweza kujishinda. There is a school motto napenda sana inasemanga, jishinde.
Ushinde.
Yeah.
This has to be, I know that's cool. Online followers. If you're following, andika jina hiyo shule. It should be sio stare ni tulenge juu.
Yeah.
Jishinde ushinde, I guess it should be Mangu. Right?
Mangu High School.
If I'm not wrong. I guess it should be Mangu High School. All the same. Yeah, that is your homework, my online viewers. Make sure you do what? You type in the name of that school, right? Yeah. Jishinde ushinde, right?
Yeah.
So you do what? You defeat your aspirations.
Yeah.
And you defeat your ambitions, right? Defeat your dreams, right? And if at all you're a young person out there, you are an old person out there, you are still a baby, sindio? Bado uko pale mambo ya infant toddling, every other thing is possible. And that is why here at Gardner OAT live show, we are very deliberate with even the guests that we get to invite on this show, just to make sure that you feel inspired, you feel motivated every other time before you go to sleep, right when you wake up every other morning, when you go, you go on with your daily activities, right? Yeah. So I don't know, jishinde ushinde.
Yeah.
Right? I want to take you back a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit, right? To what we call motivation. Simply because we are trying to of course, inspire and motivate other people out
Sure.
there.
Yeah.
What drives you to wake up every other morning,
Wow.
and do what you do?
One of the things
Eh,
I thank God so much.
right?
The moment I knew I was when I was born,
Mhm.
it was not an accident.
Right?
I realized that I was born
Yeah.
for a purpose,
Right?
and this is a divine mandate.
Mm.
And by any chance, if I die before my time,
Right.
I'll have gone to the grave with a lot of ambition
Right?
that could have assisted the community that I'm serving right now.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I always trust God and tell God that help me, give me that zeal, give me that zest, that every morning I wake up to always have that passion to ensure that before I go to grave, I'll have made something. And especially whatever God deposited in my heart, it will come out and it will be able to solve some of the problems our young people are going through right now.
Right.
And actually you can see in our world, even in this country, even you can see during the Gen Z demonstrations,
Yes.
you can see people are full of
Right.
bitterness in their hearts.
Right.
They are angered people because they feel the society is not, or even the government is not giving them an opportunity
Right.
to come up or to come out and show to the world, or to show whatever they have. So one of the things that drives me is the zeal to see that I make something maybe later. Yeah, and I want to see that I'm impactful in this life. And I want to show God that whatever you deposited in my heart, I have not taken to the grave. I have ensured that I've exploited it,
Right.
and I have given it back to the society,
Right.
and I've solved a problem.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Great insights from Philip. And I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if at all you're just joining us right now, then this has to be the Gardner OAT live show, which holds every other Thursday as from 8 p.m. till late night. And I tell you, we are here to get insights from our very guests. And again, allow me to say thank you for
Welcome.
honoring this invitation.
Welcome.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes. And in that same spirit, being passionate about what you do.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. Is entrepreneurship something that you had passion in? I know there are many people, young people watching out there. They feel like maybe they don't have a place. In the, or maybe the government has not provided an opportunity
Yeah.
for them to do what, for them to earn a living. Or make it count. Right?
Yeah.
And I don't know. Simply because you talked about passion, right? Is passion enough to become an entrepreneur? And even before you get to do that, you can tell us how you started your entrepreneurship journey. Like, how did it start?
Wow. One, even when God created the world or the universe, He had a will.
Right?
Even if you have all the resources with you and you've got no will, you don't have the self-drive,
Right.
you cannot achieve much.
Impossible.
But if there is that desire inside you,
Right.
even the resources, even if they are scarce, you will be able to manage them, and you're going to have something of yourself.
Right? It's very possible.
Yeah.
For you to, I mean, the secret is, the secret lies within.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like this, I had of a saying somewhere. It's not a saying, it's just what, that everybody has something in them. Right?
Yeah.
You have a light.
There is a
inside you,
deposit.
yes.
There is a deposit.
It's up to you to do what? To tap into that light, a small light that is inside you.
Yeah.
Right? Or that tiny potential that is inside you. It's up to you to do what? To tap into that. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if you have faced challenges, because challenges are inevitable.
Sure.
Yeah, right?
Huwezi potelea.
What made you not to quit? I mean, I've tried entrepreneurship myself. And from where I'm seated, I can tell you, I mean, it's not a walk in the park, right? I remember the first time I tried diving into entrepreneurship, right? I had just cleared high school. na kulikuwa na hii chemical ya sabuni. Unajua ile sabuni ya kukoroga. And I used to be very creative. I had even designed, cards, business cards for the same. And I approached, some certain designer, alikuwa mzee, some old man, some old guy, almost the age of my dad, but simply because he knew me, right? And he saw that there was something inside me. I had that drive, He decided to do the designs for free because he had that skill. Trust me, bro. I never lasted even a month, Yeah. So I didn't know what happened. That was the first instance.
One of the things I can say,
yes,
Rome was not built in one day. And consistency and persistency in business, that is a key thing that will make you, maybe in future, you're going to flourish. And I think we are too ambitious, or we are over ambitious. Market cannot pick up immediately.
Immediately, right?
You've gotten to the business. So you have to give it time. And one of the things that you can be very sure, there must be challenges. Especially you can find challenges with the same people who are operating in the same line of business as you. You can find challenges of maybe clients and not satisfied. But you shouldn't give up. Every time is a learning day. You learn from your mistakes. You better the game. Then your tactics will always be new. Then you'll be able to offer a very nice product to the client, and because of that consistency, the clients seems to stay.
I think on my end, let's get back to that example, like the soap business. I don't know whether I was too ambitious or I was too lenient, because I used to sometimes, give out soap on what? On loan, right? And they get to promise that they will honor the payment. But human beings will always be human beings.
Sure.
And I guess that was one major challenge that I faced that might have led to my downfall. So I don't know if you have faced any challenge in business, right? And also if you can allow our viewers to know, right? You can tell them the channel of business that you are in right now, and maybe if there's a challenge that you have faced, and at the end of the day, how did you overcome that challenge, and maybe how did it even get to change you as a person or a business person?
One of the things I don't want to make it as a comment, but we are in Kenya. Na unajua Kenya huko tuna watu ambao they will always promise, and especially I found a challenge with my family relatives. Unapata mtu anakuambia nitakuja kukupatia hiyo pesa, lakini kukaa kidogo bwana, economy inakuwa mbaya. Nakwambia ati mahali nilitarajia sikupata, right? Na mahali ninatarajia itachukua muda. They forget that capital si kitu ya kushinda tukiweka sana.
Right.
You should bring it to business in the time that we already agreed. Then another issue in Kenyan economy, you should always realize the moment you set aside money, ikuwe ni ya biashara, always have an emergency fund. Because people will always come, and the moment you had some trusted customers, ile wakati haona pesa lazima utampatia on.
Of course, if they are trusted customers, then you can give on loan.
Na pia unapata if things don't go well,
right?
How maybe their promises they are not honored and their pledges. So what will you do? You must have an emergency that will always awaken the business
every other time.
Na tena pia unaangalia before you give out the products on loans, unakuwa unaelewa the nini ya huyu mtu, usipatiane alafu ikuje baadaye ikugonge
ufanywe ile kitu. Yes,
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, these are very good insights
Yeah.
that you're raising with us,
Mhm.
and thank you so much for that input.
Yeah.
Allow me to just take a few seconds, or let me say a few minutes,
Uh-huh.
to go through what our online viewers are sharing with us here.
Yeah, sure.
I hope there could be some input
Mhm.
about the same. So just give you a moment.
Mhm.
All right.
We are using the delegate
Just a
system,
minute.
right? So we could sit down with it.
Yes. So I can see we could be having, yes, Austin. Austin following in closely. Austin says, nice. Sir Philip, I can see it's been a journey, right?
Mhm.
Hey, thank you for that. Davis as well. Davis following in closely. Anasema, goodest. I don't know
I'm grateful.
if that is perfect English, right?
Hapana. Hiyo nayo kidogo ametutupa.
Mwalimu wa English umepatikana, right?
Kidogo ya
Goodest. Yeah, and a few people here following in closely saying good job. Keep moving, G. Thank you so much for that. Saying Gardner Sasa, trying to say hi. Thank you so much. Hi, nimesalimika. Another one coming in, Oscar, anasema wow, fine job. Continue.
Yeah,
Trust me. They are saying this is a good job, and they are so proud of you.
I'm
And
grateful.
yes,
Yeah.
and again, I would really like to commend you
Yeah.
for making time, and just being able to join us,
I'm
on
grateful.
such a short notice.
Yeah.
And even as we get,
Mhm.
to, of course, to the very climax of this particular session,
Mhm.
I don't know. There could be people out there
Mhm.
who feel like, man, it's now or never,
Mhm.
and they actually, not even now or never, right? They just want to end it all,
Mhm.
and they feel like they are so done with life,
Uh-huh.
They're so down right now,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And you've given us a very wonderful story, right from the beginning, your personal story as a young person, all the way to where you are right now. I mean, what's that one thing, that kept you from quitting, I mean, why didn't you quit,
Yeah. One of the things that I will wish to tell my beloved viewers, God has not slept, and one of the good things that I love about Him, He's not in slumber, and He's not about to. And how things are working right now does not mean tomorrow or the other day or in future things are gonna be the same. So the only thing I can maybe request of us, let's be real, let's not fake life, let's not live beyond our means. Second, let's not be too ambitious. There are real or realities in life that you must face. Thirdly, don't waste yourself. Manze, wacha tu tusijitupe, tusijiwaste manze, because life needs us. Actually, unaona these guys wanaenda tu wakiondoka, the whole generation. So let's try to maybe to maintain manze, because tuko na miaka mingi ya kuishi. Then let's not have such of cases of suicidal cases. Wacha tu manze, tujilinde tu, because there is God. And secondly, we are not old. Our muscles are still so strong, and we will work, and our dreams are not yet dead, and they're not shattered. Mimi, I wish you all the best.
Yes sir. I don't know, sijui kama kuna kitu ingine utaongeza.
I just want to say hi to my mom,
Yes.
back in Yaururu, my brother, my dad in Nyeri, and I want to say hi to my mom here in Tawala, and say hi to my friends. Na wote nawapenda, even to my learners nawapenda sana, and to my friends, have a good night.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you so much for that. Even before we get to the very end of this live show, right? I always like to refer to myself as Gardner OAT. And, the full meaning of that name is that Gardner has a number of traits. So it's Gardner of all traits. That is why we have Gardner OAT. And I would really like to leave you people with what we call an inspiration song, or a bonus song that has really kept me going, right? This time round is not an original composition, but I'm so sure most of you might be knowing this song. And anytime you see me on set with my guitar, then know that it's about to go down. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, coming straight from my heart to your end, this has to be Olodumare by Joel Luaga. So, I'll just do the first bit of it. I hope you'll enjoy and be blessed by the same. Mhm. Yeah, hey, Baba, Olodumare, Mama, and only. The giver of life equals to Nanapa. You may see Mama cause you corner Mimi. You never let me go. Mipaka yangu umeitanudi ambali. Even skies your limit keep bali hata. Ani anani imewawina wo. Sina kingine mimi najivunia zaidi yako Baba. Ndio maana niko tuli nimetulia, we unanga baya, hata wale manene usuda shabaha yao mbaya. Watampataje mambo menifunika bure watataya, cause I know that you got me, you got me, you got me where you got me, Baba, you got me where you got me. Cause I'm never, never, never falling. You got me where you got me. You got me where you got me, Baba. You got me where you got me. Cause I'm never, never, never falling down. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your time. And of course, allow me to appreciate our main guys on the cameras. We have Osoro on the cameras from Epic Studio. We have Pato, go Pato on this on camera too. Of course, a big thank you goes out to each one of you. And even as we come to the very end of this live show, I would like to welcome you to the next segment. So stay put, stay tuned, and follow closely. See you next time. Same place, same time, different guests. But what do we say? Different vibe and different chemistry every other time. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out. Right.